Hard times are one of the worst experiences of life we seek to avoid, but sometimes they are just inevitable. So what happens when we have to deal with them? Do we let them consume us, or do we stay strong and fight? This is Above Yourself, a self-development and growth channel designed to help our viewers live their best life despite their circumstances. We are a source of sunshine in the most challenging situations, and you can be sure of being happier walking with us. The surprising fact about difficult times is that no matter how experienced you are, it still has a way of getting to you when they hit. The reality is that nobody is too mature or experienced to be rattled by difficulty or experience hard times. Hard times are the moments or seasons where you encounter more difficult circumstances than usual. Nobody wishes for difficult times, but they are part of every human experience and can have real mental consequences if not correctly handled. Some people are left clueless by hard times, while some try to mask them with an illusion of perfection that does not exist. However, it doesn't always have to be all bad. People can take meaningful, relevant steps to feel better and deal with challenging circumstances more maturely. We are not saying that difficult times won't hurt. They certainly will. However, your ability to go through a rough patch without losing yourself is a measure of emotional intelligence. We will walk you through some of the most efficient ways to survive difficult times. These methods range from mind hacks to practicable habits that will get you through tough times and make you enthusiastic about the future. So without further ado, let's get into them. Sustain hope. We know hope is a general term and has even lost value in the eyes of many. Despite its commonality, hope is still one of the essential virtues to remember wherever you have a rough patch. What exactly is hope? Hope is that energy that makes you believe that you will be okay eventually. Hope is the sense of enthusiasm for bouncing back from all the struggles you may be facing. So you see, with hope, it's not enough to think you'll be fine. You have to believe it, honestly. And yes, having a piece of information is very different from what you believe. Let's look at it this way. Why do you think people lose all their optimism and give up on life? The answer is simple. They've gotten to the point where they no longer believe they will be fine. So let's say you could truly see into your future. Then you discover that 2 weeks from today, you will fully recover from whatever difficulties you face. You're going to wait out those 2 weeks before giving up. That is what hope offers. It is the sunshine in your darkest moments. However, you have to work for it. You have to believe it and allow it to guide your actions. So hope is not even given on a platter. You have to cultivate it and make it a part of your existence. It's an energy you must build for yourself, because going through hard times without it can be terrible. Do something. Yes, you have to do something proactive about your current difficulty. We are not as powerless as we often think. Doing something here doesn't mean you will immediately get answers and solve your problems. You may ask, what if I try and fail? How does that help my ordeal? Well, it does. Doing something makes you feel you're still in control of your life, no matter how hard it is. The hack here is not to feel powerless and helpless. Doing something about your predicaments will give you that slight sense of control, even if you fail. Trust me, the day you start feeling powerless over your problems is when you start losing hope until you have none left. So resolve in your mind to make proactive and vital moves that can help you become active and deviant to your predicaments. If you believe you cannot do anything, you certainly won't. You could opt to exercise more, meet with friends, or join a community. It may take time and you may have to suffer for a bit, but if only you do not pronounce yourself helpless, you'll get there eventually. In essence, start taking little steps to solve your difficulty. Try one thing after the other, and even if it doesn't provide the needed relief, it will help significantly. Talk to someone. Maybe a colleague, a friend, or a relative. Just talk to somebody who understands what you are dealing with or has gone through something similar. So as much as you want to keep your problems as private as possible, you should occasionally open up to the right people. Opening up to the right person will help you more than exposing you to any vulnerability. Not only will the right person offer you guidance, but the fact that they've understood what you're dealing with is a source of comfort. And for someone going through a lot, you will need as much comfort as possible when going through hard times. However, the critical information here is to talk to the right person. Speaking about your problems to someone who couldn't possibly understand what you're up against may be a waste of time, because not only they will not have any helpful input, but they cannot also give you the comfort you may need. Get a distraction. Getting a distraction is usually very misunderstood, especially by young people. A distraction is not necessarily something that makes you forget your problems, but something that prevents you from feeling the pain all the time. So yes, it is always advised that people fighting one battle or the other get a little distraction. A distraction could be a hobby, a career, a person, or a place. Remember, the goal is to keep yourself from drowning in whatever is wrong with your life while working towards a solution. Also, people tend to go over the top with this concept. You have to understand that anything capable of distracting you can also get addictive. So addiction to any of these measures could defeat the purpose of getting a distraction in the first place. Not only will an addiction destabilize your life, but it'll also keep you from working towards a way out. You get so comfortable with your escape that you can't find enough motivation to work on yourself. Cut off toxic people. You will understand why cutting off people is essential if you have been through a rough time in a toxic environment. Hard times often result from external factors, work, sickness, or significant tragedy. However, toxic people and toxic relationships can affect you negatively. So you'll only be helping yourself when you cut off these people or drastically reduce your interactions with them. Remember, one of the biggest blessings you can get during difficult times is a good environment and good people. You have to stick with only people that will fill you with positive energy and make you more enthusiastic. Cultivate gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. Some people may view gratefulness as unimportant. This perspective is a mistake because gratitude makes you think more positively, irrespective of your unsavory situation. No matter how hard a person's life is, there is always something going well, something to be grateful for, and it doesn't have to be significant. Somebody may ask, how can being thankful for little things help me through a hard time? Well, the answer is quite simple as well. Being grateful reminds you that life wasn't always tough and won't always be that way. So essentially, the hack here is that being vocally and internally appreciative gives you a renewed sense of fulfillment. You don't want to get to your point in your life where you feel there's nothing good about your existence. Going through hard times successfully requires actual deliberate steps. Many people get lost in grief and difficulty and have their lives altered forever. To prevent you from falling into the same web, we have outlined some authentic, trustworthy steps that you can stick with to live a more happy life. We are not saying that it will be easy or you will not have to do the work, but the result is worth it. You are a strong person who can overcome all your difficulties to become stronger and happier. You only need to follow all the steps we have exposed to you consistently, and you will be all right in the end. If you enjoyed this video and wish to air your opinions about it, use the comments section to get back to us. For more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by smashing the subscribe icon on the screen. You can also turn on notifications so you never miss any of our videos. How to do that? Just smash the bell icon next to the subscribe icon.